Get through the early morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
People on online dating.
Yes.
Oh my very goodness. So
Very open these days.
yes, we've had a lot of feedback on this. I spoke yesterday about my sister-in-law who is delving into the online dating pool again, just dipping her toe, you know.
Yeah.
And what she found is a bloke who she was chatting to who seemed quite nice for all intents and purposes and quite normal until she said, what are your interests? To which he said, I love thigh-high boots.
Oh my gosh. Do you know what? I'd like to say that's a thing for blokes, but that's very, very niche.
It's quite niche, isn't it? In fact, I've gone down the rabbit hole with this and done a deep dive. So boot worshipping, also known as boot fetishism,
Fetishism?
is a practice that involves an attraction to boots or footwear. This fetish can include a wide range of activities such as kissing, licking or massaging the boots, wearing the boots as part of play, or even admiring the boots on a partner.
The boot licking thing,
Yeah.
I'm just not sure, to be honest.
Well, do you know why it's arousing? Because boots can be seen as a symbol of power, dominance or submission.
Really?
So anyway, he was into it and he was like, I really want to find a like-minded person. She's like, I'm
like,
out.
Red flag.
Yeah, red flag. Let's talk red flags, can we?
Yeah.
13 24 10. We've already had a bit of text feedback, but let us know, what red flags have you encountered?
Yeah, and probably particularly on dating websites and things.
Yeah.
Because people really want to put themselves out there and show you exactly what's going on, which is good. Transparency is really good in this space, and you
Yes.
can make a nice, educated decision early.
Also, it's brave, isn't it, to go, hey, this is who I am.
Yeah, 100%.
Take it or leave it.
Take a look. Love boots.
Yeah.
Got boots? Don't have them? Don't want to know you.
Yeah.
Get that boot in my mouth. Stuff like that. That's what that bloke was basically saying to your sister-in-law. In a way. Jodes, I remember in terms of I haven't experienced that many red flags, but I know for a fact that one time when I went on a date, there was a red flag that was experienced the other way.
Oh,
And
so you gave off red flag vibes.
I think I was definitely the red flag. I remember going on a date with a lovely young Christian lady.
Oh.
And this was like, I reckon 45 minutes into the date. I've told this story before as well, that we sort of wrapped it up nice and early.
Yeah.
And then she started talking about how she 100% didn't believe in special times, special mummy daddy times
Oh.
before marriage.
Okay.
To which I agreed with her and then burst into flames. And in her world, that was a bit of a red
That was
flag.
it, when you were on fire.
She was like, the red flag is when you literally burst into flames and we had to get an extinguisher to put you out. So, you know what I mean?
Tana, good morning.
Good morning, guys. What a solid topic for
Isn't
a
it?
Wednesday morning.
Yeah,
Isn't
I
it?
know.
Right?
Yeah.
It's steering us in a really, really wholesome direction.
So true.
Nowhere else I'd rather be.
Yeah.
I might as well just share my trauma on national radio. So not as bad as the boot thing, but so this guy wanted me to like sit on his lap, and he wanted me to he wanted to sniff my hair, and he liked to stroke my hair.
Oh, my gosh.
What?
Oh, my gosh. Straight, did he think that you were a small porcelain doll? Like, what was going on?
Yeah, it kind of gave me that vibe, and I didn't care for it. So you know what? Everybody, each their own,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Just not my vibe. So I was like, I'm just going to go now.
You found yourself a little hair sniffer.
I did, yes.
Okay.
So, can I just say, Tana, and I
Here we go.
I don't want to sound creepy, and I need some backup here, so producer Flack. Freshly washed hair
On a woman.
on a woman, on my wife.
Yeah.
It's really
Oh,
lovely.
you're all about it, are
Like,
you?
it's absolutely lovely.
Oh, Jesus.
Especially if it's a really nice floral shampoo and conditioner.
Yes, 100%.
It smells delicious.
And
Okay. Do you
particularly
have an
with-
example of a nice conditioner that's doing it for you, Flat?
Garnier Fructus.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
An oldie but a goodie.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And particularly as well when she's sitting on my lap and I get to stroke her. No, I'm just joking. Too far.
Tana, thank you so
Too far.
much. Good morning, Rose.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
We're good. Your red flag, what was it?
Earwax.
Ooh,
Earwax sniffing and earwax licking.
That's the one. Yep.
I know.
Okay, so, Rose, how did this come to be? How far into the relationship?
Well, cuddle time, and there was a definite attraction to my ears.
Oh.
And, he just wouldn't move away from them. And
Oh.
I suppose, sniffing and tongue insertion in the ear hole And so as if that wasn't bad enough, and
Yes.
then I found him
Oh.
digging in my bathroom dustbin,
Oh, no.
sniffing me earbuds.
Wow. Yep, there it is. That's the one.
How long after
What the
that?
hell?
How long after that did you end the relationship, Rose?
Oh, well, actually, I got into it myself. I could sort of understand
Oh.
that there's a pleasant smell associated. It's a bit
Is
like
there?
smelly toes.
Oh, my
Like smelly
gosh.
toes.
Rose, you've
But
just done the
then-
biggest
but
backflip ever.
Yes, but they're like, other reasons for us splitting, not necessarily
The
the
earwax
earwax
thing.
because I have continued that desire to smell earwax.
Oh,
You
my
should try it.
Come over here, Jones. Let's try this on it.
Oh, yeah.
Give it a bit of a sniff.
All right.
It's not quite as pungent as the sort of toe jam, but
Yeah.
there is a distinct smell.
Right. Okay.
Rose, I can safely say I'll never forget this call.
Yeah, I'll take your word from it.
Yep.
Rose from West Croydon, let's continue this conversation at Willowbend.
Goodness me, Rose. Wow.
Oh,
Should we take one more?
Yes.
I'm stunned by that.
Oh, I tell you what, if you didn't have headphones on, Jodes, I'd be all up in your ear.
Philip, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're good. What's your red flag there, Philip?
Oh, you prepared to be absolutely disgusted. It's sparkling water. If you drink that, I instantly don't trust you.
Why?
Why would you want to drink something that tastes like TV static? I would rather drink the Murray River than put sparkling water anywhere near my mouth again.
Okay.
Wow.
You make a solid point. You need some taste.
Okay, Philip, does that mean you don't trust me? I love sparkling water. I've got a soda stream. I'll order it when I go to a restaurant, one of those big ones that cost $12 and it's ridiculous.
I might have to change the radio station now.
Right, okay. Here's one there for you, Philip. You've got two options, sparkling water or eating earwax. Which one are you going for?
Probably earwax.
Yeah, right. Thank you, Phil.
That's nice, isn't it? We're learning a lot.
I said my mind's blown.
Yeah. We're learning on the fly. That's completely fine.
That's so true.
Oh, congratulations to everyone who got involved with that. Firstly, sharing some of these outrageous red flags, but also you're on the standby list to see Coldplay in Sydney.
Yeah.
I just need to process a few things.
I know. We need a few minutes. I was waiting for Rose to say, oh, yeah, I was so disgusted. I walked away from that man so quickly. And then she's like, nah, I got into it.
Actually,
Wow.
give it a try. So anyway, next couple of minutes, you know what me and Jody are going to be doing. I feel good, Jodes.
Do you?
Because my family's back.
Oh, thank God
Oh, no.
for that. You were a lonely little boy for a few days.
It really was.
Yeah.
4 days with no wife and no kids. I think the first day, there was one particular day, Saturday, I had off, and I was like, do you know what? It was nice. I went to the gym a couple of times, and I think I went out for breakfast.
Yeah.
Had some genuine me time.
Yep.
But then also, too much me time can be a little bit scary.
Yes, it can.
A little bit confronting.
Yep.
Sometimes you need those little voices. Because when those little voices start popping into your head when they're not there, then you've got some issues.
Yeah.
So yesterday was a big day for my family. Fiji time, I think Cara had to get them up at like 3 o'clock in the morning,
No.
get them to the airport. And then they were at the airport for like an hour and a half. They went to Sydney. There was a 4.5 hour stopover
yuck.
before they got to Adelaide. So
Yeah.
Fijian time got up at 3 o'clock, finished up last night at around about 8:30 p.m.
Yeah. And
So
I
you
spoke
can
to you on the
imagine.
phone in the afternoon and I was like, because you're like, oh, I'm going to go get some dinner. I was like, do you need to prepare some food for your family for when they get home?
I thought it was a great idea.
And you were like, Cara's already organised a Woolworths delivery. She was so organised that she had organised food to be delivered to the home. That woman is incredible.
Yes. I called her. I said, right, what do you want for dinner? What needs to be in the house? Already sorted. All you have to do is just go to the front of the house and bring in the shopping bags.
Wow.
Missed that too, by the way.
Did you? No.
I got that. What I did do, though, and I thought that I was being really, really organised, I went to the airport. And you know the service station there, there's United?
Yes.
I hung out there for like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Got myself a little paddle pop,
Did you?
a little soda water. And I just hung out there in the car park before things got close because she was supposed to turn up at 7:15 and go from there. Never on time, though.
No. So you have a few options when you're at the airport to hang around. You can do the IKEA car park.
Yeah.
You can go across the road. There's like a little cafe and there's a little car park there.
Yep.
Or you can do the United and get yourself a little, treat like you're a
Yes.
10-year-old.
Yeah, so I was starting to get some eyeballs from the guy there. So then
Okay.
I got on the move and then I went across the other side to, where the feds are?
Yeah,
Mitsubishi
yeah.
Fun Cafe. I went right up in the corner there, right next to the airport, and I just hung out.
Yeah, right.
And I sat there in the car. It's Cara's car, so I don't know much about it. And I watched a 12-minute Ricky Gervais video. And that really tickled my soul. And then Cara sent me a message saying, we're here, we're ready to be picked up. And I said, no worries, I'll be there in 2 minutes.
No.
No, you are kidding.
No.
You are absolutely kidding me very much.
What happened?
The battery had run out.
Oh, my God.
It's a brand new bloody car too, by the way.
Yeah.
And the battery had run out. So then I have to call Cara back, who's just spent 14 hours going from one side of the earth to the other to get there, with 3 kids, by the way. Sonny's 1. He's not handling the whole travel thing very well. He's not very efficient in the air.
No.
I had to tell her, I'm sorry, I've run the battery out. And I literally had to say to her, I don't know what to do here. Are we even members of RAA? I'm not even sure.
God. Why are you such a disaster? So what'd you do?
I don't know. Well, how many times is this going to happen? Her mum's partner drove his ute to the car and jump-started me. So it delayed us by about 45 minutes. Gosh, she's a lucky girl, isn't she?
Your father, he's on the naughty list.
Jody and Hazy's Naughty at 6:40.
Naughty, naughty.
A real chance for us, in particular myself, just to really have a crack
Yes.
and talk about some of those things that we definitely can't talk about probably after 7.
No,
I'd say.
definitely not when there are little ears around.
Yeah, true.
I'm worried about you.
Yeah, well, I'm worried about myself, to be honest. And it'll all make sense
Yes.
when I link myself to this headline.
Okay.
Men who self-love too frequently could find themselves becoming flops in the bedroom. That's the thing. This is something that's been put forward by a leading GP. In moderation, self-pleasure helps to reduce stress, improve sleep quality and mood, but it can become an unhealthy habit and trigger a form of erectile dysfunction. No man wants to hear those 2 words. First one's okay. Second one, really bad.
Yeah.
Dr. Donald Grant, who isn't much of a prince of self-love, I think we can all gather that. He said overall there's no strict rule or guideline on how much people should masturbate. A key concern, though, is the rise of pornographic use. Half of adults now access graphic material online, according to a recent survey.
Goodness.
And Dr. Grant links this to the rise in porn-induced erectile dysfunction.
Whoa.
That's right, porn-induced erectile dysfunction, or PIED if you like, P-I-E-D. I hate PIED.
Yeah.
I've always been against PIED.
I know you have. This is particularly pertinent for you because you have just spent 5 days home alone.
Yeah. It gave me a really good opportunity just to find myself, explore myself, reconnect with myself, if you will, Jodes. And
You've pied yourself.
I've got absolutely pied by myself. Who would have thought? Like this popped up on my desk and I was like, what sort of message is this from above?
Yeah.
That I am the first probably case of pied. I'm not even kidding. So last night,
Go
I'm
on.
not even kidding. Carla
Go on.
came home last night, exhausted too, 14-hour trip back from Fiji, 5-hour stopover in Sydney.
With 3 kids.
And she said, what sort of exercise have you been doing? I said, nothing unusual. And she said, it looks like you've lost weight. Oh my God. And I was like, well, time to go to bed. Jody, and just to give you a bit of a description of the studio here, we've each got a computer, but you've got your own personal computer in front of you.
Yes.
Like you have access to the internet.
Yeah.
But for goodness sake, for the life of you, your computer just keeps on breaking down.
Yes.
And we sit here and we go, what is going on with the equipment here at Nova, in particular your computer, Jodes?
Yeah.
The amount of time straight after a show where we have to do promos and these little things where we get emails and record stuff, and I'll say, right, ready to go, and Jody go, oh, bloody computer, it's not working. What's going on with this bloody computer? Something needs to happen. Anyway, you might have noticed, Joe, that it's been fixed.
Yeah, it's good now.
It's good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was a time when I was like trying to log on to websites and things, and it was like, oh, snap, sorry, you don't have enough memory to log on to this website.
Funny that, isn't it? The text got into it yesterday.
Yeah.
I think there's about 35 of them in here trying to work out what's going on. I think they poured a bucket of cold water on it at one stage. So the report came back
Oh, what?
as to what was actually wrong with the computer.
Do tell.
Yes, it reads, action. We closed multiple instances of Chrome and rebooted the computer. There was more than 80 instances of Chrome active, which can drastically reduce the speed and function of the PC. I think those instances of Chrome are activating themselves, aren't they?
Well,
You had 80 tabs up.
how?
You had 80 tabs up.
Well, how do I close them?
Well, you need to work it out, right?
How do I do that?
So next time when there's 80 tabs there and you're like, bloody hell, Nova, what's going on? Give us a decent computer. And the computer's like, I'm exhausted. All right? You've got 80 instances of bloody Jagged or whatever it is up there.
Oh, yeah.
Make your mind up.
I can't. This week's been particularly active, me trying to find a dress for this event on the
There
weekend.
you go. The computer's literally smoking as we speak.
What the fork?
What the fork?
What the fork was happening?
I was saying what the fork the other day. I've had a lot of deliveries this week from dress companies, so Iconic, etc., etc. And this is because we have what's called the ACRAs on the weekend, which are the radio awards, and I can't decide what to wear, so I've just cast the net wide. Anywho, don't tell my husband that. That is information he doesn't need to know.
So instead of settling on one dress, you bought 5 or 6 and then you'll choose the best one and then
Yeah.
keep the others or return them?
I'm not quite sure yet what I'm going to do
Right,
with this
okay.
situation. What about I was on the phone to you yesterday when the courier arrived with 2 dresses? Tell everyone what I said.
You said something along the lines of you were trying to be like real clever
And
with the
funny,
courier.
yeah.
And funny, you're like, hey, don't tell my husband I brought these. See your muscles. And then I was like, once again with the not knowing the difference between brought and bought. The joke's actually on you, muscles. Don't tell my husband I brought these. And the courier man's like, where'd you bring them from? No, he's like, no, I brought them to you.
I was trying to be so clever with the banter, and then I've just got this bloke on the phone going, "Oh Jesus Christ! Did you bought the dresses?"
Sake, the R's and bought it.
Anyway, that was a separate courier experience. That one was quite pleasant until you interjected. But another courier came the other day and pulled up, and the dog went nuts. So little Sid, the toy cavoodle, who weighs 1.5 kilos, as you point out, pants up to the gate and was like, all excited, right?
Welcome.
Which I think was super cute. Anyway, I said, Sid, settle down. And the courier was like, hands me the parcel, looks at my dog, goes, boy or a girl? I'm like, oh, she's a little girl. And he goes, yeah, looks like she needs a walk.
Oh, okay. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that, dog whisperer.
All right, mate. I mean, I literally just got home from work. I'm exhausted. I will take the dog for a walk, as I do each and every day this afternoon. Don't tell me when my dog needs a walk.
Coincidentally, Sid's like, you should listen to him. I don't mind this bloke.
Unsolicited advice, it drives me insane. 13 24 10, get involved in this conversation, please. When did you get some unsolicited advice?
Anyone who gets on out with us as well, automatically, standby list,
Yep.
Coldplay,
Yep.
flights, accommodation, everything happening in Sydney.
We brought some tickets.
Unsolicited advice.
What the fork?
What the fork?
What the fork was happening?
Fork, unsolicited advice, discuss 13 24 10. I had a courier pass me my parcel and then tell me that my dog needed a walk.
Oh, jeez.
And I don't know
okay.
if that's in the job description.
All right, there, Ledge.
Yeah.
No, he's caught him before, the dog whisperer. He knows.
Yeah, no, deliver the parcel, don't deliver advice that I don't want to hear. Thank you.
How did that go down as well in terms of the feedback? Did you get back? Did you say thank you very much?
No, I was actually quite stunned. I was like, what? Why you what? Don't tell me what to do. Like I was a 10-year-old again. Like, don't you tell me what to do.
And Sid just put a paw out and she was like, yes. Yes, sir.
Sid started clapping, went back on 2 legs, and then
Sid's right.
front 2 paws are like that.
There goes my hero.
Producer Flack, you've got some unsolicited advice.
To put it in perspective, I'm nowhere near as svelte as Hazy.
Right.
But more intelligent because I don't know what svelte means.
Oh,
Skinny, like, you know,
Okay,
a little bit fatter.
Yeah.
Having a few beers with the boys not long ago, and one of them said, "Oh, Flack, Anytime Fitness is having a birthday sale."
Oh, no.
Like, it's a good deal.
Yeah. Thank
Great
you.
advice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Why would I need to go to the gym?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
As Flack smashes 4 more beers.
After
quick
that, it was
succession.
10.
I think at one stage, Flack was drinking 2 beers at once
Yeah.
on either side of the mouth. It was quite a visual.
Have you ever had any unsolicited advice from people?
Yeah, it's probably more so when I'm driving. People are like, "Oh, a piece of advice, you shouldn't drive with a handbrake on." I'm like, just let me be myself. Like, what are you even doing? Let me live my life. Like, "Oh, you know, your wallet and your phone's on the roof of your car, mate." I'm like, what so? Who cares? I'm being me. I go to my local coffee house and like, "Oh, maybe you shouldn't wear your undies on the outside of your pants." I'm like, why can't I be Superman?
Oh my God, you poor thing.
Who says?
I
Keep
know.
your advice to yourself,
All
thanks.
these people just laying in, it's not fair. 13 24 10, we've got a call from a woman who got some unsolicited advice as a first-time parent.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no.
I could imagine as a first-time mother getting some unsolicited advice.
No, thanks.
Would really almost tip you over the
Yeah.
edge. All right, let's get to her. Name's Natalie next.
What the fork?
What the fork?
What the fork is happening?
What the fork, indeed. Unsolicited advice when people tell you things and you're like, man, that's not your place. Like, zip it. So I had a courier come round to my house and the dog got a little bit excited, as they do when people come to the gate. And the courier was like, "Think your dog needs a walk?"
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, mate.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, why don't I come to your house and tell you how to run your life?
Yeah, I told you the example before. People are like, "Hey, your phone and your wallet's on the roof." And I'm like, "Mind your business." Alarmingly, that's happened to me about 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, you're not very good in that space, are you?
The mobile phone's like, "It's happening again."
13 24 10. Get involved in the conversation this morning. Let's go to Natalie from Greenwith. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
We're great. You got some unsolicited advice?
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did. I got home with my first baby, all excited, first grandchild as well. So had visitors wanting to come and see her.
Yes.
And my grandma came over, old Italian nonna.
Oh, yep.
And I was breastfeeding my little boy, and she proceeded to tell me that I was doing it all wrong. So came over, grabbed my boob in her hand, and you know when you've got to breastfeed a boob full of milk, it's not very pleasant. Proceeded to put it into my baby's mouth to tell me that I needed to do it this particular way.
Good. I'm just thankful, Natalie, that she didn't also try and teach the baby how to do it as well.
Yeah, it's very
So it's like this, baby.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, is there anything more awkward than your grandma grabbing your boob?
Oh, I don't think so. I think that's why it's stuck in my brain.
Yeah.
What about as a culturally, what I've noticed as well,
Yeah.
that when nonnas give you advice,
Oh, yeah.
you do not clap back though. Am I right, Natalie? Or
Oh, 100%. You just nod and say thank you.
Yeah. And when they're not trying to grab your boob, they're trying to feed you, aren't they?
That's exactly right. And you just still say nod and thank you.
that's good, isn't it?
Oh, Natalie, thank you so much.
He's one of Australia's funniest people.
I'm not even meant to be here, ladies and gentlemen. I said, "Hey, do you want to do a gig?" Looked at my wife and children and went, "Do I?"
He's a TV presenter.
This is Taboo, a show about laughing with people you shouldn't be laughing at.
And he's here in Adelaide during Mental Health Month for Laughter is the Best Meds, live at the Arkaba.
I think the messaging that we've had around mental health for a long time is that we need to talk about it. If there's something worth talking about, then there's something worth joking about.
Did I say he's pretty funny?
Do you know that chili is the only thing that your mouth and your butthole can taste? Because when you eat chili, the next day your butt goes, "You had chili!"
Harley Breen, good morning.
G'day, how are you, legends?
Yeah, we're good. Laughter really is the best medicine, isn't it?
Well, no, it's not. Sometimes medicine's the best medicine. Look, I think laughter can be really cathartic. I think laughter can help a whole lot of stuff. More importantly, I think community and being together is really great. But I just wanted to say that sometimes you need medicine. So go see a doctor if you need the medicine.
Yeah, see, funny you should say that, Harley Breen, because we've been trying to make Jodie laugh as much as she can because she's recovering from a case of shingles.
Oh, yeah.
Shingles are still there.
Shingles?
Shingles. I mean, I'm not 70, 26, just so you know. Yeah, shingles is a thing, Harley.
How was your trip on the tall ship out here? Like, are you a pirate?
Shingles and scurvy at the same time. You couldn't believe it.
It's like some sort of ye olde illness you've got there.
I know. And we take the piss.
Have you put the leeches on yet to suck it out?
I don't think that's the cure. Not now, not ever.
Hey, Harley, we're very much looking forward to seeing you. Can you just, I don't want to put you in a category, but someone from the East, can we get your immediate thoughts on Adelaide? Because we know that you get here quite regularly.
Adelaide's the greatest. I think it's a great city, although I've always described Adelaide as there's two modes of Adelaide. You know, there's Fringe Festival Adelaide.
Yes.
And then there's not Fringe Festival Adelaide. And not Fringe Festival Adelaide. Like, Fringe Adelaide is kind of like Christmas dinner.
Yep.
And then not Fringe Adelaide is kind of like just after Christmas dinner, and now Adelaide is dad sitting on the couch with just short shorts on, one nut out, going, no one's coming.
bit too relaxed. Incredibly unattractive.
Oh, yeah. And tired. You get tired after Fringe, don't you? You're like, yeah.
Well, you guys really jam it in. You're like, should we do every festival in 1 month? Yeah, let's put it all on at the same time.
I do feel like Harley, under Premier Peter Malinauskas, who we like to refer to as Hot Mally, we've spaced things out a little more. So we've got the Adelaide 500 coming up very shortly. We also have Gather Round.
We have football games.
So we're getting better. We've realised not to cram everything into Mad March, so it's not too bad.
No, I didn't know you'd spread it out. I didn't know the 500 had been moved. I just thought you went, car racing around the city doesn't make much sense. Let's not do that.
I tell you what, the residents around the city, they love it. They love having all their streets cut off so they can't get to their own houses.
They never complain about things like that.
You know what I love? In the years where it was during Fringe, it was the noise. God, it's calming. Yeah. It's really lovely. I remember one year during Fringe, I was doing a kids show in a tent in 40 degrees with just children ages 4 to 8.
Yeah.
And what really helped that incredibly dangerous environment was the sounds of V8 going past. there was no issues with the children with sensory issues.
No.
It was great.
Hey, Harley, before we let you go,
it's going to be great.
Before we let you go, just a word on Mental Health Month and what it means to you.
Look, it means a bit. I mean, I'm obviously mental because I'm a comedian. I mean, no one looks at a microphone on a stage and goes, "Yeah, I could probably feed my children with that job." So it takes a certain bent head. But I've been quite involved in sort of the mental health sphere for a long time now, especially through doing a TV show like Taboo that I did about 4 years ago now, and one of the episodes was all about mental health. And I think the messaging that we've had around mental health for a long time is that we need to talk about it, to normalise it. And so I'm happy to. And I also think, you know, if there's something worth talking about, then there's something worth joking about. So I'm hoping I can hit the tone correct. But there's an absolutely fantastic lineup of comedians with me as well, and they're all just as mental as me. So come along. Have a look inside our brains and we might be able to help you with yours.
Yeah, Harley, I love that you're doing this because the rates around male suicide are just unacceptable and out of control. So the more you guys learn to talk about how you're feeling, the better off everyone will be. So well done.
Totally agree.
Well, Harley, welcome back to Adelaide. We love having you. It is Laughter is the Best Meds, an unforgettable night of stand-up comedy with you. It is tomorrow night, 7:30 at the Arca Bar. Let's do it.
Thanks for having me on, guys.